Shout out the BRIDGEBURNERS, it's Fuzzy Dunlop Skates, and today we're going to talk about women and their dogs. Or bitches and, well, they don't have bitches though. Most of their dogs are fucking male. And henceforth the discussion will begin. So, what does this mean if a woman has a dog? Well, a lot of the time it means she can't find a man, big surprise, or she wants a kid, but for whatever reason, she's not willing to fucking go all in and have a kid. So, therefore, she gets a dog. 99% of the time, the dog that a woman gets will be male. I wonder. I wonder why this is. I wonder why you so rarely see fucking women with female dogs. Why do you guys think that could be? So, a woman has a dog because she either can't get a man, or doesn't have a kid, or both. Now, in the good old days, it was necessary to have a man before you fucking have a kid, but now it's not. Now we have the state, so if you want a kid and you're a woman, just the fact that fucking men exist, well, you can fucking get yourself pregnant easily enough. Use your fucking ingenuity and poke some holes in condoms or lie to some guy and, about being on the pill or, plan B. I don't know what these bitches do, So, yeah, where was I? Oh, yeah, dogs. So because they fucking can't get fucking men, so they get a fucking dog, and they get a fucking male dog. And a lot of the time, the dogs will be fucking small because it's too hard for a fucking woman to take care of anything, as you fucking notice when women have dogs, because all they do is baby them and spoil them, but they neglect to actually take care of them. This goes hand in hand with the fact that women are good at fucking taking care of babies and helping babies become children, but it takes a man to help a fucking child become a fucking adult. That's just the fucking way it is. And if you guys ever see Bates Motel, for example, that's like the perfect example of what happens when a mother is left to her own devices to raise her child. He ends up being extremely fucking feminized, and he ends up dressing up as his mom and manifesting the personality of his mom, and then killing his mom and fucking shoving her in the fucking fruit cellar. And he's fucking weird looking, so you don't want to be raising you don't want a bunch of Norman Bateses fucking walking around. So let's just fucking keep the gender roles where they're supposed to be. So, yeah, so the dog, they always get there's two types. Most of the time, the dogs are small because they're just easier to take care of. And by take care of, they take this to mean take the dog everywhere, and put the dog on a pedestal and describe the dog's age in terms of months. Like, oh, he's fucking 72 months old, instead of however years 72 divided by 12 is. I think it's 6. Yeah, I can do math. But yeah, she's gonna talk about the dog like he's a child, and she's gonna praise his fucking accomplishments. And, oh, he looked out the window today, he's so smart. Or, he's this and he's that, and he's looking out for mommy. And she's gonna baby the dog, and she's gonna change his water like fucking 20 times. And she's gonna spoil the dog for no reason. She's gonna create a monster that is just like her. It's gonna become fucking insatiable. Like, when it's feeding time, instead of giving the dog his food, she's going to set up all these fucking rules and regulations to make sure that the dog is no longer satisfied with just food. She's going to add, like, fucking ticks, like, again, like having to fucking clean the bowl. And even if the dog doesn't eat all his food, when you put it down, like, the dog will take a bite, and then that means that he wants you to fucking change it. So she'll throw the food out. She'll open a new can of food and they become fucking slaves to behavior that they design and create themselves. And they end up tricking themselves into thinking that they have to take the dog absolutely everywhere, and they're going to use the dog just like a fucking single mother. Parallels, guys? But they're going to use the dog as an excuse for which they fucking can't do anything. Or why they can't go anywhere, because this place, you can't bring dogs there, it's too long. You know, I can't bring my dog to the skating rink, or I can't bring my dog to the bowling alley. And, like, surprise, surprise, they're gonna bring their dog everywhere anyway. Like, I used to work at a grocery store when I was fucking 18, so many, many, many moons ago. And, you know, back in the day, if you were handicapped and you had a seeing eye dog, or, or you know, a fucking, a caregiving dog, then that was the only exception, you know, under which you would be allowed to bring a dog anywhere. And in the grocery store I worked at, there was a handicapped guy. He had cerebral palsy and he was in a wheelchair. He was in a motorized wheelchair, and he had a dog. But it wasn't a fucking service dog. It was just a pet. And it was a lab. And it was a nice dog, but it wasn't trained or anything. And he fucking, you know, he would tie the leash to his wheelchair, and then he'd buzz himself like around in the wheelchair. And I'd see this guy like walking his dog around my house. He was nice and everything, but he took the dog to the grocery store when he'd come buy groceries. And even though this man was severely disabled, the management at the store explicitly told him that he wasn't allowed to have the dog in there because it wasn't a service dog. And then the guy's wife came, and she made a big deal, and she had, my husband is handicapped, and he was told that he wasn't allowed to have his dog. And, you know, it's fucking, it's a violation of human rights and everything. And the management said, and she said it in front of a whole bunch of customers. And the management said, well, I'm sorry, you know, it's just not a service dog. He's welcome to come in with a service dog. If it has its fucking, you know, its harness or its certification or whatever, it's no problem. But just the fact that your husband is handicapped, and like we're sympathetic to that cause, and he happens to have a dog, doesn't mean that he can bring the dog inside the fucking store. And nowadays, that would never happen. You know, you see places with no dogs allowed. Check fucking Steven Crowder's channel. He did a video. I'll put the link up in the description. But he did a video about fucking dogs, you know, and Not Gay Jared went around with a little dog, and he went around with like a fucking 90-pound dog. And like Not Gay Jared took the dog to like all these restaurants and everything like that, and like, you know, in his fucking arm, and everyone's commenting how nice the dog is, and all these dumb bitches are asking how old it is, and that's how they are, okay? They're gonna treat it like a fucking baby, and this baby, obviously, just like a fucking real baby, is always gonna come first no matter what, and you're gonna either come second or fucking nowhere close. The other type is the bigger dog. Now, this is fucking worse, I think, because they've replaced the fucking, they haven't just replaced their child with a fucking stupid small dog, which kind of makes sense because in intellect they're similar, and the way they fucking end up raising the dog, they end up fucking stunting its fucking mental growth. So even though it's a dumb animal, it never gets to grow mentally to its full potential because of the way that women treat them. So the dogs fucking stay stupid, just like kids stay fucking stupid if they're raised by women. You know, they never learn to fucking grow up properly, so it's the same thing. But usually if the woman gets a bigger dog, it's because she really has fucking trouble fighting a man. The little dog, it means that she's in like baby denial, or she has baby rabies of some sort, and like, you know, there's fucking mixed up things going on, but that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna replace the fucking concept of a baby with a dog. But she's still gonna have like a nurturing side or whatever. It's still bad, but like, you know, that's what it is. So the second type is with the bigger dog, and the bigger dog has transcended the role of child into like fucking lover, boyfriend, fucking woman's man. And this is fucked up. This is where it gets really fucked up. And it's because the dog is physically big enough for the woman to think that he can actually protect her. And a lot of the time, the dog will start off as her baby, and then they're going to develop this fucking incestuous relationship where he becomes like symbolic of her lover, and the dog's going to become really protective of her because she's going to insist that the dog become protective of her. And again, the dog's always going to come first, and she's going to make you fucking, she's going to make sure the dog likes you before she fucking gives you the fucking time of day. And you can't let any of this happen. You say, I'm not here to fucking impress your dog. You know, like, I'm not, it's like women with kids, you know, and they want to make sure that like you can take the kid to the park before they'll fucking give it up to you. And no, I'm not here to fucking be a fucking father to your bastard kid. I'm not here to go on 100 dates with you and fucking take your kid to the circus and do all this fucking stupid shit and watch Barney and Romper Room and do all this stuff that I don't want to do for the slight possibility of maybe having a chance of entering a relationship with a broken fucking retarded woman? No thanks. Why wouldn't I just go after a woman with no fucking kids? Why wouldn't I just go for a woman with no dog? Unless the dog is trained. If the dog is trained, which it won't be if it's a fucking female dog owner, because she doesn't know how to train a dog. She doesn't have the fucking patience for repetition, and she doesn't use logic. She uses fucking feelings. So a dog's gonna be fucking spoiled and retarded. Chances are just like her. And that's the way she fucking likes it. Because that's the way the fucking state makes a man pay for everything. And, if she has a bigger dog, like the dog's gonna be super protective of her, and she's gonna make sure she's gonna want you to fucking give in to the dog all the time, and she's gonna let the dog sit in the front seat, and she's gonna try to make you sit in the back seat, and she's gonna do all this shit like this, and she's gonna insist that her too, she's gonna change the dog's water 10 times, and she's gonna insist that he won't drink. Or you'll be sitting on the couch and the dog will just be sitting there, and she's gonna have to get up in the middle of a fucking conversation and pretend that the dog wants something. And then you're going to say, well, no, you didn't do anything. And she's going to say, well, I'm in tune with my dog in ways that you can't understand. So they do all this retarded shit. And look, a dog for a woman is just another fucking excuse for why she can't do all the things that she knows she should be doing. And I mean, look at the situation too. She's going to spoil the dog, but the dog is not going to be trained and the dog is not going to be fucking taken care of. It's like the people that, my video about depression, it's getting a lot of hate. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the fucking views. And it's just like the people that claim to have depression. They claim to have these fucking unfixable problems and all these unfixable problems in their lives, but when you take a fucking look at them for 5 seconds, you can name like fucking 10 things that if they like fixed right away, things would fucking get better. And maybe you don't need to like rush for the meds. And anyway, that's my take, or that's part of my take on women and dogs. I have another fucking video that I may or may not upload because it's really fucking embarrassing about some past experience dating crazy bitches with fucking crazy mutts. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Subscribe, like, share, and enjoy. Till next time, watching BRIDGEBURNERS TV. This is Fuzzy Dunlop Skates. Chatelet Brothers.